Hey, I am not on a back porch. I'm actually, if I can lift it up, you can see I'm at a covered bridge. I'm somewhere in Indiana, and I thought I would try to do a couple back porch proverbs while I'm here. It's really kind of windy, and it's perfectly calm and quiet. I'm looking at a cornfield in front of me, and I'm sitting in front of a covered bridge in back of me. And it's really irony. I'm recording this while my hair blows everywhere, so you can really see how gray it is. And now I'm going to lose my papers. But I'm recording this while in Indiana, waiting for what verse 12 in Proverbs 13 really talks about. So I want to read it to you. Unrelenting disappointment leaves you heartsick, but a sudden good break can turn your life around. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous, because I'm sitting in Indiana waiting for my daughter to go into labor, and she's 2 weeks overdue. Well, 1 week and 6 days, that's close enough to 2 weeks, in my humble opinion. And we've kind of put our life on hold because I want to be a part of it. She wants me to be a part of it. And so I came to Indiana, so I'm a little closer, like 7 hours closer. And but this verse is really true. So unrelenting, if we go and look at the definitions, is something that never lets up. Disappointment, of course, is when our heart breaks. And it's not always life crises. We can be disappointed if we, burn the cookies, which I have done. Every once in a while, I don't put the timer on. I never put the timer on. But every once in a while, I actually forget that I did put cookies in, and we have hockey pucks that aren't edible. So you can have disappointments over the fact that you're not getting good gas mileage. Of course, now that's really unrelenting. We can be disappointed about many things in life, but it's part of our heart that just, we wanted something and it's not what it was, and we're disappointed. Okay, it leaves your heart sick. So you think about heart sick. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't go back to these little teenage wannabe girlfriend boyfriends, and he breaks up with her and she's so heartsick. Many years ago, I wasn't married, so that goes many years ago. I offered to drive kids home from Pine Haven, and unfortunately it was all girls, or fortunately, whichever way you look at it. And all I heard all the way home was they had to leave their boyfriends because they were 13, they were, going to, I just remember the whole 5.5 hour drive home, all I heard was their heartsick, woeful girl, oh, I don't have a boyfriend, or I'm leaving my boyfriend. And then a week later, they all break up anyway. But a sudden good break can turn life around. So sudden means something you're not anticipating. Okay, we got a sudden gust of wind there. I wasn't really anticipating that. This morning there was a sudden movement of the clouds coming through and an incredible wind. Nobody got rain, but it was nasty out in Indianapolis for a while. And a good break. Okay, now we can have breaks. Many years ago on my birthday, I had a break. I broke my leg. I would not call that a good break. It slowed me down a bit. Jim might have called that a good break. But a good break is just something that you didn't see coming, and it breaks the cycle of things that might not have been. And it's a good thing. It suddenly changes, and it turns your life around. So what does it mean to turn your life around? Well, there's U-turns. It's a change. I've done many U-turns today because I have no clue where I am. I'm either following Amish buggies or doing U-turns, and I'm kind of doing them both sometimes at the same time because my car GPS won't work anymore, and so my phone GPS doesn't. Sometimes you don't get signal. I don't even know where I am. I'm somewhere in southern Indiana or southwestern Indiana. See, I don't even know where I am. I just know if I go east and north, I get back to my sister's. That's kind of all I know. So if we now say what it says is disappointment leaves us heartsick. Disappointment really hurts. An unrelenting disappointment, we tear our spirit apart. Now, I can be disappointed that for something, it's not going to make me heartsick. But when it's over and over and over and over and over again, that's the unrelenting part. And then I sometimes have to stop and think, what are my expectations? Why am I allowing these disappointments to totally regulate my attitude, my barometer of my emotions? Maybe I'm looking at it wrong. But disappointment is normal. Unrelenting really does get inside us, and it hurts us. And so we can't deny that. And the end of it, but a sudden good break can turn your life around. Okay, so it says that when things change, oh, it's a big change. So what doesn't it say? It doesn't say that disappointment always has to leave your heart sick. There's some disappointments that we're disappointed at the moment, and then we see God had a better plan. There's some things that we see disappointment and it's unrelenting, and we say, you know what, I think I need to change my focus toward it. I'm not going to be heart sick, I'm going to change. And it also says that a sudden good break can turn your life around. Now, we all know people who've had good breaks in life and they don't turn their life around. So that isn't something that always is going to happen. It's something that has a chance of happening, because good breaks, usually in the hands of people with a good attitude and good value system and good compass, it turns your life around. And then we want to jump to Philippians 1:6, being confident of this, that he who began a good work in you will carry it on to completion until the day of Christ Jesus. So when I look at that is, okay, everything's going wrong, I know one thing or two things. But the thing that I really know is that Jesus started a good work in me. And even though there's disappointments and there's things that happen, and I can't control my circumstances, I can't control sometimes being heartbroken, I can't control if I get a good break or not, and I can't control if it really does turn my life around. But I can control the fact that I will trust that Jesus has a plan, and he will carry it on to completion. Now, it may not be the completion I see down here, because it says complete until the day of Christ. Now, you know, we're waiting for this baby, and we'd have liked it on our anniversary. My sister would have liked it on her birthday, which ironically are the same thing. They would have liked to had it earlier, because you're all waiting for this. But we don't know when things will be completed, and we're crazy about that. We gotta know. We gotta know. We gotta know. Why do we gotta know? Because we're control freaks, or we just like to know. And Jesus says, I'm gonna finish what I started in you, and it's gonna be a really good thing. It's gonna not leave you heart sick. It's gonna turn your life around, but you may not see it in the timing you think. So just some thoughts from Proverbs 13:12. Enjoy a little bit. I'm gonna give you a little bit better view of this gorgeous bridge, and then I'm gonna go find another bridge. Well, I guess that kind of